Good evening and welcome to the news on ABS television. On the news tonight, Nigerians react to postponement of dates of general elections, express reservations over new dates. Business premises in Awka record low turnouts after postponement of elections. INEC insists postponement was caused by logistics and not politically motivated. In U.S., 45-year-old reacts to impending sack by shooting his co-workers. My name is Priska Wanko, and now the news in details. Many Nigerians have expressed shock and chided the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, over the postponement of the 2019 general elections, barely few hours to the polling hour. In this report, correspondent Emmanuel Chibata went around the capital city of Awka to ascertain people's reactions.
The presidential and National Assembly elections, which were scheduled to hold today, were shifted to 23rd of this month, while the governorship and State House of Assembly elections were also shifted to 9th of March. Bearing in mind, a teacher at Anambra University High School, Awka, Mr. Patrick Shukuma, considered INEC's actions as uncalled for considering the time of the postponement, adding that since the amalgamation of Nigeria, no general election has been shifted on the day it was scheduled to take place. A food vendor at Aroma Junction, Awka, Mrs. Ifoma Ugochukwu said she felt highly disappointed over the election shift, of which she noted has denied people access to their businesses.
They should sit up, yes, and tell us the truth. Cancel the election.
On his part, an industrialist, Mr. Stephen Okenwa, explained that if INEC could not prepare for election in 4 years, how could they be ready in just 1 week? Noting that the postponement has made people to lose interest in the election.
Canceling it with a short space of time. So we are beginning to lose interest in the whole process because we don't know what's actually happening.
Mr. Edmond Okeke, a retired civil servant and a trader in Awka, Mr. Okafor Edwin, said the postponement took everybody by surprise, as many have prepared their minds to exercise their civic responsibilities. They said the cancellation was an opportunity for the election to be rigged. In Awka, Emmanuel Chibata, ABS News.
We sincerely apologize for the poor audio quality of that last report. And moving on, as voters continue to recover from the shock of the 11th hour postponement of Nigeria's general election, businesses around the state capital territory, Awka, have shown mild response to the developments. Most of the streets and squares in the state's capital, which before now boast of heavy business, human and vehicular presence, look almost deserted. Correspondent Daniel Eziwe took a tour of the situation in Awka and environs and now completes this report.
The early morning bombshell by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Nigeria's electoral umpire, that the elections have been postponed by a week, took the Nigerian voters who had made keen preparations for the polls by huge surprise. Though there has been a slow tide in the movement of vehicles along the major roads of the city, shops and markets have had to make emergency back turn to market their wares and eke out something from the disappointed day. Ekoka, the city's largest and busiest market, had traders clustered in unusually low numbers at the market's edges and entrances, an occurrence Mr. Okechukwu Chukura, a trader and registered voter, described as channeling the disappointing energy into his funnels.
Know that Anambra people are resilient people. They are not people who will wait for you to pocket them. They want to use chances and opportunity. And one thing I'm sure is that the information flowed on time. So a lot of people really seen the election as if it's already scammed. So they said, after all, they know they was going to rig or something like that. There are various opinions. But you can see, they are all here out instead of being at home, being being unuseful to themselves. They want to guess and see the chances of making sales today. Well, it's picking up, but very disappointing.
However, for Mrs. Esther Ozoro, also a prospective voter, the postponement, however shocking, should not stop people from going about their usual business lives, but said she has lost interest in the electoral process.
You can see the business is not booming as supposed now. It's still a bit scanty than expected. And so now some people just relaxed at home. Someone like me, I don't even think I will come out the next time, because it looks like they are making jest of us, we the citizens of Nigeria. I don't think I will come out next time.
In Oka, Daniel Ezigwe, ABS News.
7 more council areas have been included in the list of those benefiting from the World Bank Community and Social Development Project, CSDP additional financing in the state. The Coordination Office of the Community and Social Development Agency made the announcement in their recent events in the state. Over now to Ebele Eze for details.
The new local government areas are Dunukofia, Oyi, Obaru, Orumba South, Idemili North, Ihala, and Anocha. Community and Social Development Agency, CSDA, saddled with the responsibility of empowering communities, has a total of 12 benefiting council areas in the state, benefiting from the project CSDP. Announcing the 7 new benefiting council areas during a one-day sensitization meeting of critical community stakeholders held at Dunukofia Local Government Headquarters Hall. The General Manager, Anambra State Community and Social Development Agency, Mr. Chudimoji, noted that out of the 7 new council areas, only 6 have enacted the Local Government Review Committee bylaw that empowers the agency to intervene in their communities. Mr. Mojiku, who stated that this year we witnessed very intensive implementation activities because the agency has little time to spend on the project, noted that it is 100% community driven.
We are here for them, and this is a pro project. They should go back to the communities and mobilize the community stakeholders, including the very poor, vulnerable people in the communities, so that they will see the usefulness of this project and cooperate with the state agency.
The operations manager, Mrs. Uche Nwizubo, who took participants on the plans that target the communities, like Community Development Plan, CDP, for the entire community project, Group Development Plan, GDP, for the vulnerable groups, and Community Response Plan, CRP, for flood-affected local government areas, warned that each plan should have common interests, norms and values, and should not exceed 10 million naira projects.
There are plans, actually. It is the communities that implement this plan. They develop this plan, we take them through the process of development of this plan. They own this plan, they implement this plan, and they sustain this plan.
On her part, the project officer, Gender and Vulnerable, Ms. Chinyere Onalo, while appealing to stakeholders to assist the agency in disseminating the good news to the target beneficiaries, announced that before any vulnerable group will qualify to benefit, it must be duly registered at the local government headquarters. One of the participants and the President General of Ugbo Community, Mr. Vincent Oyilago, while describing the project as a welcome development, assured that he will convene a meeting of his community stakeholders to ensure that the target beneficiaries are captured.
I appreciate what they are doing. It's a welcome situation now. For the vulnerable and for the poor people to benefit is very good. We have a lot of them in our village, and I'm sure I'll be in the office to make sure we do our own.
From Dunukofia, I am Ebele Eze, reporting for ABS News.
Youths have been advised to always sue for peace, even when they are right, as it is the only way to live harmoniously with their neighbors. A university don, Professor Harris Ike Odumebu, gave the advice while delivering a lecture during a one-day workshop held for youths from various communities that make up Anambra East Council area on Achieving Peace in Anambra East, organized by Chizoba Amutiwe Peace Initiative. Correspondent Ngozi Obileri covered this workshop, which took place at Umweri Recreation Club Hall, and now reports.
Iko Dumego, who spoke on the theme, Why Peace?, traced the definition and meaning of peace from Christianity, Islam, African, Western and Asian leaders' point of view, and said that youths, as agents of change, should always tow the path of peace, which must come from within, in order to engender peace in the larger society.
Despite these difficulties, it is still important and valuable that we talk about peace, that we listen to peace, that we learn about peace, that we understand peace.
A community leader in Umweri, who is also an academic, Professor Ogugwa Ibeze, while commending the convener for the initiative, which she said is needed in all facets of life, charged youths to always tow the path of peace for them to be successful in life.
That peace is the only way, and he's not alone in it. We went through the Bible. He led us through that. We saw peace being emphasized to the extent that those who strive for peace will be called the children of God.
Earlier in an address, the chairman on the occasion and the director, Media and Communication, Southeast Governors Forum, Chief Mike Oda, said that the event is apt and important towards the growth and development of every society, especially in Anambra East Council area, being the local government origin of the convener.
I believe fervently that this workshop has meaningfully tackled the challenges posed by these and other crises within the Anambra East Council area.
In a speech, the convener, Ambassador Chizoba Amuti-Igwe, who said that the need to organize such program was in fulfillment of his promise when he was recently given an award as Ambassador of Peace, where he pledged to preach peace wherever he is. He urged all youth to embrace peace for a better and secure future. The event was attended by students from communities in the council area, youths and parents. From Umweri, in Anambra East Council area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Affluent individuals and non-governmental organizations have been charged to always support the government for a better society. A legal practitioner, Barrister Afam Emenike, gave this charge at Aguleri, Anambra East local government area, during a free medical mission. Health correspondent Chibuzo Okoye's report is taken from our studios.
Barrister Emenike, who is the organizer of the free medical mission, said that what he has done is to support the Willie Obiano administration in the area of healthcare delivery, as according to him, Governor Willie Obiano has done a lot in the state and needs the support of everyone. Barrister Emenike urged affluent individuals, corporate bodies, and non-governmental organizations to always support the government in their own capacity, as government alone cannot solve all the problems facing humanity. The senior medical officer in charge of General Hospital Iftedunu, Dr. Tochukwu Nweke, revealed that some of the diseases diagnosed in the area were malaria, diabetes, hypertension, among others, and advised people on best ways to have a healthy lifestyle. Two of the beneficiaries, Mrs. Patricia Chiwata and Gabriel Onuama, appreciated Barrister Emenike for his magnanimity and prayed God to bless him.
Not just all I'm below where I didn't believe in. I'm actually can never read. No, I need to don't want to know. I have passed over. Oh, one I need a kind of I didn't manage to work on it. Oh, Sangole. Never got Arikana, no Baniru, Kana Ganiru of Mona. Kajis and the mother of Buddha.
And still to come on the news, INEC insists postponement was caused by logistics and not politically motivated. In U.S., 45-year-old reacts to impending sack by shooting his co-workers. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has provided more details to the postponement of the presidential elections and the National Assembly elections, which was earlier scheduled to hold today, and the consequential adjustments of the gubernatorial elections. The chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, made the clarifications while addressing major stakeholders at the International Conference Center, Abuja. The INEC boss insisted that the postponement was geared by weather and logistics and was not politically motivated or for any security reasons. He stated that the challenges facing the INEC include the redeployment of materials and proper audit of sensitive materials to ensure that the process remains free and fair. Going further, he regretted the number of court cases being faced by the commission, including over 600 court cases and over 40 court orders, most served at the late hours of the election. Party stakeholders at the meeting also asked the Independent National Electoral Commission boss whether he met with the former head of state of the country before the meeting. An attacker opened fire at a suburban Chicago factory after being fired from his job there yesterday, killing 5 co-workers and wounding 5 police officers before he was killed by police, authorities have said. The assailant, Gary Martin, age 45, was being terminated before he started shooting his co-workers in the city of Aurora, 65 kilometers west of Chicago, according to the police chief, Kristen Zeman. Zeman told reporters that in addition to the 5 employees killed, a 6th worker was taken to a hospital with injuries that were not life-threatening. A 6th police officer suffered a knee injury while officers were searching the building. Zeman said officers arrived within 4 minutes of receiving reports of the shooting and were fired upon as soon as they entered the manufacturing warehouse. Police are yet to determine whether the shooting was an impulsive act or premeditated, and investigators had not immediately ascertained why he was fired from his job at the factory. And now sports news. Benfica midfielder João Felix, who has been compared to Cristiano Ronaldo and linked with Manchester United, is a future candidate for the Ballon d'Or, according to his agent. United are prepared to offer £100 million for the 19-year-old in the summer. Jaro AS has reported, where Real Madrid and Barcelona are also monitoring him. In November, Portugal, on the 21 international, Felix signed a new contract which has a 120 million euros release clause until 2023. El Mundo Deportivo recently reported that Benfica were considering offering Felix an improved deal with a view to increasing his buyout clause to 200 million euros. Felix, promoted to Benfica's first team in the summer, has scored 7 goals in 13 league appearances. The remains of late Ezine Teresa Nwakego Okudo have been laid to rest in her husband's compound at Irowole Village, Oketiti, Idemili South local government area. Correspondent Emengini Osadibe, who was there for the ABS, reports that the late Ezine Teresa, who died at the age of 72, was survived by 7 children and 30 grandchildren. Details of this report.
Was a member of Women's Guild, Mothers Union, and Ezine Group of the Women Ministry, St. Mary's Anglican Church, Oketiti, and the mother of Mrs. Obia Renze of Purity FM, Oka. Preaching a sermon during the burial ceremony at her compound, Reverend Canon Ebelechuku Okeke of St. Mary's Anglican Church, Oketiti, said there is need for every member of Mama's family to be thankful to God for his benevolence and love on their mother, who made a right choice of following Christ until her last day.
Ọtụtụ mara ebe ha na-eje mana ha jikọtago ọ dị aka ha chọrọ sị shọ ike agwụgwọ ha. Ọtụtụ bụ ndị na-eje doro n'ụzọ. Ụfọdụ bụ ndị mara ebe ha na-eje dị focus na-eje ebe anwa. Onye ka Jizọs ji wee sị, I am the way, the truth, and what? And the life.
Speaking to the ABS in their separate interviews, the deceased daughters, Mrs. Adamma Umejike, Mrs. Chinelo Agunobi, and Mrs. Obi Arenze of Purity FM Oka, described their mother as a woman of peace and love and mother to all, adding that she led an exemplary life worthy of emulation and prayed God to help them fill the vacuum she had left behind.
Puts in her best to make sure that her children got the very best. Though she never stayed to enjoy it, but to God be all the glory. She was a good woman, very prayerful.
For Mama Okudo's son, Mr. Emmanuel Okudo, their mother devoted her life to give them the best education in life, as well as directed them towards the right path when they were growing, Hence, they will uphold the legacy she left behind. Purity FM staff were at the ceremony to commensurate with their own, Mrs. Obia Rinze. The leader of the team, Comrade Joshua Damijaja, prayed God to give the Okudo's family the fortitude to bear the loss, saying that Mama lived a devoted Christian life worthy of emulation. Condolence visits by various groups of the women ministry, family members, friends and well-wishers, as well as dances by various groups featured at the event. Emengino Sadebe, ABS News.
Remember that for more on our top stories, you can follow news and programs at ABS from any part of the world by logging onto our website. It is www.absradiotv.com. Like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/ABS Radio Television. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Now the main points. Nigerians have reacted to postponement of dates of general elections, expressing reservations over new dates. Business premises in Oka have recorded low turnout after postponement of elections. INEC has insisted postponement was caused by logistics and not politically motivated. In U.S., 45-year-old reacts to impending sack by shooting his co-workers. And that's the evening news on ABS Television. Many thanks for watching. My name is Priska Wankwo. Good evening.